Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Wellnessa Oracle Guidance. I am Vanessa and I am a certified coach and also a holistic therapist. I've been practicing the tarot for many years since I was a teenager, but I'm only starting on YouTube right now. So this is my very first reading for Gemini. All of my readings are about love and relationships. So if you don't have anybody in mind, or if you're not with someone, it could also talk about your other relationships. What else? So this reading is for Gemini people, for sun sign. It could also be for moon, Venus and rising signs, as it affects our relationships. Cross watchers are welcome too, as they are, if you are dealing with a Gemini person, you could find the story. You could find that this story is yours actually. Okay. So I've done a 9-card spread here with the tarot, so past, present and future, and some oracle cards on the side. I got an extra card here for you guys, so usually I have only 5, but yeah, it came out like this. So let's start. So in the past here, I can see that there was a very passionate new beginning. It could have been with someone new or someone from the past, because this card can also talk about reconciliation. And it seems that you are really happy about it, that there was a lot of energy, a lot of wanting involved in this, but the situation didn't evolve the way you wanted. It was kind of a stalemate, and there was something blocking that connection or relationship. And in the end, someone had to think about what they should do next. Should I stay or should I go, kind of vibe, because someone wanted something at all cost. Really, that's I feel the energy like being that strong. Someone wanted something, like it was very clear in their head. It could be you or the other person, the energy can be vice versa. But yeah. And I feel like when I see the next card here, I feel that someone chose to leave, and there was some kind of arguments or something you didn't agree on, because I kind of feel like a blame game going on here still now. So it could be over money, or over losing time, maybe, because Pentacles is about material world, but it's also about some prosperity. So maybe someone blames someone else for losing their time, or for fighting over money, or other things that you may share. And yeah, because in the past, that relationship or that connection seems to have taken some time. I do feel that it started like swiftly or something, but I do feel there's something along that line, because yeah, because the blame game feels like, as if you lost time, or you lost something in the equation, you or the other person, all right? And now someone is thinking about going maybe with someone else, entertaining that idea, or because there's someone else that kind of seems better, or else maybe another way, looking for another way to start again with the same person. It could be, but I'm kind of feeling with someone else, because things aren't going so well with that person from the past. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. And next, yeah, you have the King of Wands. So that represents someone very passionate, but kind of pushy. Someone who knows what they want, um, but who isn't easy um, to give in, I would say. Someone very passionate, very powerful, and not easy to give in. So, maybe if maybe you are entertaining that with someone like this, or maybe you are like that yourself. Maybe you know too well what you want and you didn't get it with the past person, and you're looking for uh, that with another person, and probably you are entertaining the idea like what would it be with that other person. So I see that in the future, you're kind of charging ahead, or someone is charging ahead in a situation, because, but I do feel it's you. It's the Knight of Swords. It's air sign, and I kind of have that vibe, this all over the reading, that there is one person knowing what they want and wanting to go after it at all costs. And here, I see in the future someone charging ahead towards something, but maybe, it's not maybe it is too fast. Maybe here in this situation everything is not thought about. Maybe the wanting is too strong compared to the steps that you need to take. Maybe you need to go slower, to let things develop at their own pace, because going too fast isn't gonna help you, if that's you. um, if it's the other person, you need to help them go slower, really communicate that. But if it's you, you really need to slow down and reflect on what you want, and if that person is really the person that will fulfill your wishes, um, in terms of a connection. So, if you go too fast into this, um, you won't find the happily ever after you were looking for, because it wouldn't have the time to build, on a strong foundation, and you would need to be living again, and or look for work. Once you find out that you don't have everything you want, you have to go after what you want again, after that, and maybe with that person, but it's gonna be extra work down the line. So yeah, so go slower, slowly but surely, as it is said, is better than quick and all over the place. But I really do feel that wanting, that sense of, oh my god, I lost so much time with such a person, and I need now to settle, or to get what I want, to get that life, I feel that someone is impatient, losing patience. And because in the past there were some good opportunities, but maybe the same happened, like you thought you could get something, and then things were done quickly, and then maybe you were with someone who needed a lot more time, or that you didn't let things develop uh, at their own pace. So be mindful of that. You really need to reflect on it, and it is really good that you know what you want, but you need to slow down, and see how you can go about things, and get your person on board with you, so they can walk with you, and not just you pulling them along, or or them doing that to you. um, but you really need to take some time, because I do feel I do have that feeling of urgency, you know. Maybe you are scared of not being stable, having the stable life that you want, or maybe some things from the past are delaying your plans or something as well. It could be that, because with the you know the the bad feelings from the past, the kind of blaming game, and the fact that you had to leave, your person had to leave. There is something, I do feel. I do feel it's you, though, or someone had to leave, or maybe if it's your person that left, you weren't happy about it if your person left you. But if you left your person, you're not happy with it anyway, because in the end you saw that you didn't get what you want, and you lost time on that, and it's kind of stressing you out, keeping your mind really busy, and looking for something new, um, either with your person, trying to find a way to get that with your person, your past person, or um, looking for a good fit, a new person. So that's what I got for you here in that story. So let's go on to the oracle cards here. Um, let's start with these cards, the healing oracle cards. Those are in French, so I'm gonna just tell you what it says. It says prayer. Okay, so prayer, it says, if you assiduously pray on a daily basis, you will realize how much the other world is with you. You are not alone. It is by praying that you will be able to hear your heart's voice. Hand yourself to the divine. It is listening. Praying doesn't need any religion. Praying is natural, and it enables the soul to be free from torment, fears, desires, and tears. If you have chosen this card, it is now time to unite with the divine presence that is within you. Don't fear this ultimate encounter between God and your soul. This is how you will be able to find the strength within you to keep going faithfully on your own path, knowing that positive energies are all around you. Open your heart to divine grace, confide in the eternal. Other meanings of the card. It says, your prayer have been heard and will manifest shortly. You will receive the financial abundance you wish for. Visit sacred places and take these opportunities to pray, meditate, and bond with your soul. If you wish to make a change in your life, it is time for action. Okay? So, yeah, the action that is really underlined here is to connect with your higher self, you know what you want, but you need to ask it to the universe, and find a peace within, once you've asked for it, so you can take the right action, the appropriate action, with that, and get the answers you need, because maybe you're thinking too much and then you can't see clearly what step you need to make, or what choice you need to make, in a situation. So yeah, so this is really a call for peace within. you you don't need to rush anything. Anything will come in divine timing. And yeah, this card says also that your prayers have been heard and they will be answered. So don't worry too much about that. Take it day by day and calm your mind down so you can think clearly and take the right actions that will bring you further than what you did in the past. So next card, let's see. here. Higher consciousness. So this card was from Karine Malenfant, but I don't know if they exist in English. So higher consciousness. This is the fairies deck, fairy card from the Doreen Virtue cards. So it says, you are receiving guidance from your true self, your higher consciousness, which is one with divine universal wisdom. You are listening to love rather than fear. This card is a validation that your recent feelings, thoughts, dreams, and aspirations are coming from spirit. You have been asking for divine guidance, and your higher self has answered your prayers. Your spiritual path has helped you hear this voice because you've taken the time to listen. Perhaps you've begun a meditation or yoga practice, and this has helped you quiet your mind. Or maybe you've put your foot down to the universe and have adamantly decided to improve your life. Whichever route you've taken is working very well. Now the fairies ask you to keep having conversations with your higher consciousness. This will involve carving out time away from noise and stress. You may need to take frequent nature walks, join a spiritual support group, or go on a retreat. Be quieting your life and your mind. The voice of your higher consciousness becomes increasingly loud and clear. It guides you perfectly through all life areas. The affirmation is, I easily hear and understand the inner voice of spirit. So this card is really saying that you are guided, and the action, as this card was kind of saying, it kind of echoes that first card. You really need to take action, but for yourself, to quiet your mind, to center yourself, to find that guidance within. You really need that right now, because your fears, maybe you have fears that are overrunning your system, and then you can't think straight and you want to rush, and this will not help you in taking the right decisions. So just takes some time. It could be 5 minutes, a day, and you don't need that much time to find peace, anyway. Anything that you can do to help yourself will be good. You need to really find that peaceful that peace within, that peaceful state that will help you see clearly, think sharply, and really take the best course of action towards what you want. I really do see that. Because there is potential for you. The Ten of Pentacles here is reversed, but I do feel that it is only a matter of like rushing into it or not. If you rush into it, you won't get it all the way you want. But if you don't rush, it is at your reach. So that's what I'm getting. So let's see. That's the second card that came out. Usually there's only one card from this deck, but you guys have two. So it says, be honest with yourself. Okay, I'm gonna read it out. It says, this card indicates that you're hiding your true feelings and aren't being forthright about an important topic. The fairies urge you to admit your true feelings to yourself. Do you feel stuck, depressed, tired, angry, or irritable? These are symptoms that arise when we are dishonest with ourselves. Maybe you feel that you can't afford to be honest with yourself and that you don't have a choice. This card isn't asking you to make any radical life changes or have a confrontation with another person. However, it is urging you to admit your true feelings to yourself. One easy way to get in touch with your true feelings is by going outside and engaging in a silent conversation with the fairies, who live amidst the flowers, trees, and grass. Even if you can't yet see or hear the fairies, mentally tell Tell them everything that you're thinking, feeling, and experiencing these days. Ask them to help you get in touch with your deepest feelings. The fairies love to hold a mirror up to us so that we can see and admit the truth. The affirmation is, it is safe for me to be honest with myself and others. I speak my truth with love. So, yeah, maybe you don't take, here again, maybe maybe in the situation what happened in the past, you don't want to face the music because maybe you just don't want to admit that you're too pushy or too, you want to rush things. So maybe, maybe you don't want, or just you don't want to say that you're irritated about it, or that, or maybe it could be anything, but you know with the other person, as I said, I do feel that kind of discord or blaming game or something like that, something kind of not going well with that person. It's not nurturing, it's not coming from love anyway, it comes from fear. And you should really take that quiet time. And maybe you did say something that wasn't what you truly felt as well. Maybe you said something hurtful, or they did. It could be vice versa. But and then you just don't want to feel vulnerable with that person, because you don't want to lose it all. So yeah, so be honest at least with yourself. Once you do that, admit what you're feeling. If you don't know, ask your body, where do you feel something physically. It will give you some indication about what's going on in your mind if your mind is too cluttered. So yeah, so take that time for yourself, like connect. As the two other cards said here, you need to connect, because you're too much in your mind, rushing, fearing, and that's the kind of vibe I'm getting. If it's not you, it's the other person, but I do have that feeling in the situation. Someone is afraid not to not get what they want, and lose the time or the efforts or the whatever they've put into the connection. Someone doesn't want to lose it all. That's the kind I'm feeling. So let's see next. See the spider. This is the totem animal. This one is in French again, but here. Okay. So it says, trust the creative spark you are feeling and express it through writing stories that inspire and enlighten. The momentum of creativity is particularly powerful at this time, firing up the irresistible and familiar desire to express yourself through creative writing. May the stories that emerge from your spirit be true or not, may they be based on real experiences or an imagination from your fertile mind. Sit down each day and write down the words that come up. Don't try to make sentences or paragraphs up, but simply write down what needs to be expressed through you. To inspire and bring light to someone, it is useless to write a story too complex. Start by describing a personal experience, one that has made you realize some things that might be useful to others. However, do not mind the way people will react to your story. Simply feel the pleasure in the process of writing without judging your work nor yourself. Write to express, not to impress. Along these inspiring moments, it can happen that you might be distracted, either by people who are demanding of your time and attention, or by negative thoughts and beliefs that come from judgments or humiliations that you had to go through during your childhood. A very efficient way to fight These habitual and auto-restrictive thoughts and emotions is to express them in the form of a story. While doing so, don't leave anything out. It's by unwinding this way that you will rekindle with these words that have hurt you initially. So this one is also like be honest with yourself. It talks about telling a story, but with this card I do see a link of telling what you truly feel here, and here telling something to teach or to, you know, to boost your creativity. Maybe that's what you need as well. Maybe you're stressed, and you know, creativity is a healing process, you know. For, you know, it helps in life to be creative, so you feel alive and you don't feel overrun by stress or anxiety. Or so this is one thing. But what I see as well, the connection is like here it says be true to yourself and also others, and here it says tell a story. It could be your story. Maybe you need to write it down. Maybe you need to say the things through a story, you know, so you don't feel so vulnerable. Maybe it will be easier for you to write down a story, and it echoes your own story, you know. So you know, so the other person could read it, or the person you want to reach out to, maybe they could understand better through that story what you're going through and what you really want and what your true feelings are, you know. Maybe you need to do that. So yeah, so writing could be a medium for you, you know. Maybe you can't talk because you're too sharp or too, you know, maybe writing would be a good medium to use to communicate as well, you know, because you take the time to choose your words and, you know, to heal a situation and then start again, but better and not as fast as before. All right. Or to get, you know, with someone, you know, either heal as something with someone from the past, or get with someone that's kind of a challenge as well, because someone, I do feel someone kind of powerful as well, you know, or that wanting from you. It could be that wanting from you to control things, you know. So yeah, maybe you just need to be understood and feel and feel, what's the word, that and feel that all is going to be okay. Maybe you just need reassurance, so you can ease up on the control and the speed, and you know, of the what you're doing, you know. Maybe you just need that. So do something for yourself here, so it will help you in that way. Let's see, we have here, those are the magic trees cards. So those are in French as well. I'm gonna read it out loud. Here's the picture. So it is the hue tree. So I hope I'm pronouncing right, because some words in English it's very hard for me. But this tree talks about solidity, you know, strength. It says solidity and inner strength. These will be your assets to lead your undertakings successfully. The hue has a very long life expectancy, about 9 centuries. Sometimes it even goes beyond that time frame. Some yews could actually be 1500 years old. This exceptional longevity is in fact a symbol of immortality. It heralds of a period of lasting peace or great stability. Its very hardwood, with which shields and spears are made from, is giving you an exceptional strength that will enable you to reach your goals, especially that you are that you are benefiting of a remarkable protection. Almost the entire plant is toxic, the leaves in particular, and if they were planted in graveyards in the past, it was so to protect them from cattle. So no need to see any bad omen with this funeral tree. So yeah, this one heralds of a victory through solidity, you know. And the solidity here, the strength that you have, the inner strength, is knowing what you want and your will to act upon things. That I have no doubt about that, you know. I really do sense that you, all right? Could be your person, but anyway, that you don't have to doubt it, because it comes like really strongly here in this reading. But all that you need is that reassurance that things will be okay, that you are protected, that you have that inner guidance available to you at any time. And if you quiet your mind, you rest and you go within a little bit, you will get in touch with the with that inner guidance. And you won't need to rush anything or to push for to get things, you know. It will all be easier on you. That's what I wanted to highlight here. So yeah, you have stability coming in for you. It is available. And the last card, here's the butterfly card from the Doreen Virtue deck. Here, I hope you can see it. Okay, so it says moving. This card indicates that you are moving or just moved into a new home. This is a huge change affecting every part of your life. On the one hand, it is a wonderful way to clear the energy and start anew. On the other hand, the upheaval can be very disruptive. This card acknowledges how much your current or impending move affects you. With this relocation, self-care becomes even more important. Take time to rest instead of rushing to get everything immediately completed. Keep up your normal routines of exercise and healthful eating. You need your strength and energy for this move, and during the adjustment period as well. Self-care also includes exploring your new neighborhood and making new friends. So additional meanings of this card, it could talk about changing your workplace, redecorating or remodeling, a second home or vacation, moving your body through a new exercise program, an emotionally moving experience, you know. So, you know, this reading can talk about actually all of this, you know, changing a workplace, changing something in your home, moving home, and you know, moving your body so you get more connected to it, and you know, you feel better, or something emotionally, you know, challenging, you know, because something is changing. So it could really talk about all that, you know. And the emotional challenge could be with the past person, or the you know, the situation that isn't as prosperous as you would want it to be. So that could be, you know, a challenge and could affect you emotionally. Whatever it may be your case, you know, you really need to to get some rest and go within. Meditate if you can. It is you know, do whatever it takes for you to feel better, and take small steps towards like your own happiness on a daily basis. Because you know, changing, if you're going through a great change, you know, it is always challenging, but you know, get some you know, little by little, find something that feels familiar to you, or you know, don't rush into like, oh okay, I'm gonna change everything and starting from a blank slate, you know. It's, you know, for 1 minute it can feel right, but then after that it's like, oh, it means I have to build it all over again, you know. So it can feel overwhelming. So do things step by step, you know, whatever you are going through, you know. Either you are like on your own or with someone else, you know, on your own, but like kind of thinking about, I do feel that you have someone in mind, or you know, but even if you're on your own, you know, you could be thinking about somebody, but do things for yourself first, you know. If you work on yourself first, if you do things for yourself first, everything else will be a lot easier, you know. Things will be just clear and easy, and you know, it will just come to you so easily. So really put your energy into that rather than into your worries, anxiety, and overthinking. And don't push people for getting things your way if you're doing that. Yeah, don't do too quick. Let people understand what you're about, you know, and let them come to you, you know. And yeah, so ease your mind, you know. You will feel better. Come from a place of love and not worry and anxiety and fears, you know. It is the exact opposite. Where there is love, there is no fear, there is no anxiety, there is no you know, overthinking or anything, you know. If you feel love, you know, things are easy, you know, because everything else disappears. So that's your reading for this month. It will be for until the next reading, so it will be current April. So if you like that reading, you can like the video, subscribe to the channel. That would help me tremendously because I'm only starting out. So, and you can share the video as well if you know anybody dealing with a Gemini or who is a Gemini person. So yeah, so let me know what you thought about it as well. You know, you can comment. I will reply to you if you do. And anyway, thank you very much for watching this reading, and I hope it did help you. And take really good care of yourselves, and bye bye. See you soon.